Hello Albin, welcome to this live stream. I'm flying a Bf109G-6. Hello. I'm going to the tanks. I'm going to the tank attack, and then I'm going to go south to the airfield. And I'm going to try and guard those targets and make sure that they don't get destroyed. Having some issue here with the track IR. Normally when I lean forward I can look straight to the gun sight, but if I lean forward now it just looks at the floor, so there's some kind of an issue there. Maybe I should try and fix it. Thanks. Still not working. I'll just have to make do. This could be a 3-minute flight, or it could be a 30-minute flight or more. It all depends on what happens. Trying to find the tanks. In the meantime, if you see any enemies, let me know. The tanks are marked on the map, but then of course the tanks are moving, so they're not in the position that they're marked at. I'm going to circle around basically once, and if I don't see them or any action, I'm going to go south to the airfield. And I'm just basically going to guard that airfield. This is a pretty good plane. It's very rare that I get to use the Mk108 30mm cannon. I've got one of those on this plane in the nose instead of a 20mm cannon. So that's going to be pretty devastating if I can get rounds on target. This is a G6. It's, what is it? I think it's a bit of everything, but I think in particular it's a boom and zoomer. Alright, I ain't got no tanks, I ain't got no other aircraft in the sky. I could stick around, but I want to head to the airfield. I don't know if this is true or not, but I get the feeling that they go after the tanks last, because tanks are hard to find and they're hard to kill because they're made of solid armour plate, obviously. Much easier to go after soft skin targets first, like trucks and airfields. So while there's still an airfield down there, I'm going to abandon the tanks and go to the airfield and try and protect that. I bet you there'll be planes. Well, I don't know, who knows, right? But my theory is that there'll be planes down there. And a good look at the 6, all clear. Okay, just check the map. So I'm heading south to 2711 to where that airfield is. There's also an enemy evacuation on my left. Tracer at 2 o'clock. You saw some tracer. Was it on the ground or was it in the sky? Well spotted, by the way. I'll keep my eye out. I'll still head to the airfield, but I'll keep my eye out. The ground up, okay. Thank you. Try and get up to the cloud base. What have we got here? What is that? I think that's a 109. I think that's a 109. Mission failed. What the heck? We still got plenty of targets left. Alright, what I'm going to do is locate the airfield and then basically loiter at the cloud base, and you can expect IL-2s and fighters to come in and maybe PE-2s and try and destroy the assets on the ground at the airfield, including hangars, AAA and parked aircraft, and I'll try and stop that from happening. Enemy's got plenty of targets to choose from, so they may not immediately head to this airfield. river, we've got a bridge. If you've just joined us, this is a Bf109G-6 with an Mk108 30mm cannon, which you don't usually get that option in this game. And if you get rounds on target, it's absolutely devastating. Although you don't get too many rounds, and they fire with a low rate of fire and with a low muzzle velocity, but still devastating if they hit home. G'day Gordon, g'day Shannon. So we're basically at the airfield. There it is there. Looks like one of the hangars of five hangars have been destroyed, 3 remaining, five remaining perhaps. So there's been enemy activity at this airfield already. If I just stick around with any luck, without getting shot down mind you, I'll find something to do. Hopefully put on a good show for you guys. I'm probably not what you'd call ace material, although maybe I am, maybe I'm not, but at least at this stage, still finding my feet, mostly in multiplayer. But I'm going to try and achieve some good results. My overall target for today is to get 2 kills and return to base without the engine going kaput. I think that's a pretty realistic, reasonable, pragmatic goal. 2 kills and return to base without the engine failing. Having said that, if I get shot down this second or what have you, then that's it for this live stream. So it's one flight only, no matter the outcome. But that's my target anyway. It's the airfield there, through the rear view mirror as it were. Looks like we've got a double layer of cloud base. Very picturesque. Could be packed full of enemies or it could be packed full of thin air. Everything up here is unpredictable, which is great in a way. That's the randomness of reality. That's the ultra realism nature of player versus player multiplayer. Town. We've got a town to the southwest of the airfield. Let's go in for a closer look. What's my speed? Whoa, too high, 800 k's an hour. That's a bit too high. Man, that's a fast dive. My goodness. Didn't really have time to suss out the airfield, too busy making sure the wings didn't come off. Well, there it is there, there's a bunch of hangars that are destroyed. There's a few hangars still standing. There's maybe one, there's quite a few aircraft bays. How much AAA is there? Probably, I don't know. And it looks like there's a fuel dump there. And I think I can see a AAA right there that looks to be empty. Alright, let's get up to the cloud base again. G6 is more manoeuvrable in high speed. Okay, that makes sense. The roll rate seems pretty sluggish at low speed, that's for sure. But it didn't seem to lose its elevator authority at 800 k's an hour. That was interesting. It's probably a high speed plane more than anything. Well, there's their airfield. No sign of the enemy just yet. Or of Allies, Axis for that matter. Debatably, medium-high compression was notably bad in the 109, says Shannon. You're referring to like at high speed, like compressibility? Hey, look at that. It looks like a 109. Alright, that's a 109 for sure. G'day Fragster. You're on Wings of Liberty heading to the tanks, to our tanks, in a 190. Okay, I've just come from the tanks and I didn't see any action there. Let me know if you see any action. try and conserve fuel. This plane, the G6, it can use up fuel at a very great rate of knots. Right, there's clearly no action here. I'm going to have to come up with a different plan, and I think the plan's going to involve heading into enemy territory from this airfield and maybe returning to this airfield. I think there's a train just beyond the enemy lines. Might check that out. Right, so there's the airfield. Doesn't seem to be anything going on here. I've been here for long enough, I think. Let's have a look at the map. Alright, so up here we've got a railway station, warehouses. We've got our tanks here. We've got our tank. So we've got 2 tanks. No, I'll head for the railway station. Around 55% power, 400 kilometers an hour. This is an economy cruise. The downside is it's relatively slow. What's that? That's probably the 109, but let's just check it out. Yeah, that looks like a 109. Hello, Floopy. See ya, Albin. Dragster shot up by an IL-2. Shots on an IL-2 at tanks, but got shot down by something. Were you at the tanks? Were you at our tanks in the north, or our tanks in the south? I'm assuming in the north at around 2400. I think that's a train station down there. What's that? What's that? That's a 110. He's going to attack the train. I'll give him some cover. In the south, okay. Damn. Right, here we are at the train station. It's got to be here, and it's bloody well shooting at me, so I better just get out of here. There it is there, a little bit too close. .110 got some good hits, I reckon. Blaze shooting at the 110. And it'll be shooting at me in a minute if I'm not careful. A mine to head to the south tanks. There is an aircraft, that'd be the 110. He's got a bit of smoke on him. He's been hit by the flak. He's done some damage to the train though, that's good. No sign of the enemy at this one. There's the 110 there. Okay, what do we got here? What do we got here? There's something down there. So the one, actually that's down there is the 110, and up here looks to be a HE111. All right, so we've got two bombers, and I'm the fighter escort, and he's hit on the port side. I think one of his engines might be out. Propeller's turning, but only just. It's just spinning in the air. Yeah, that's a HE111. Looks like he's leaking fuel, and his engine's kaput. What hit him though? I think it was just the flak. Go a little bit higher maybe. can see a few AAA positions down there. I think I'll steer clear of them. They don't seem as responsive this time as when I first arrived. I think the 110 might have knocked them all out, or most of them. Good job to him. There's our Mk111 there. I think the defences of this train have been rendered neutralised, and now it's just a matter of, if they haven't already, knocking out the remainder of the train. I'll probably head to the southern tanks now. I heard that there's an aisle 2 down there. Hi Frog, greetings from France. Love to watch your flying. Thanks Yanis, I appreciate that. It's pretty good fun, I gotta say. Well, Fragster, if you're still around, I'm going to head to the southern tanks now. By a Spitfire, no worries. That's good in a way. It sounds like you're getting a lot of action over there. I've got the enemy airfield over there, and I've got my tanks over there. So I'm going to try and cut in between the natural path between the enemy airfield and the tanks and see what I can see. Right on the cloud base just here. Maybe a little bit too high. Chuck it right. They're not going to expect me coming in from this angle, so I might just be able to intercept them. Keeping it at around 55%, I think. Save that fuel. How is the fuel situation? Oh no, nearly empty. Less than 1/4 left. That's not good. That's about 4 minutes at full power. Gonna have to go on land soon. Damn it. Haven't even fired a shot. Alright, nothing down here. Nothing up there. Let's just turn towards the tanks. Be a bit anticlimactic, but I might end up landing back at base without engaging in any combat. You can't wait for the planes coming in September, the P38, the P51, the Tempest. 24-cylinder H engine, yeah, it's going to be amazing. Super power. Those late war fighter planes were amazing, extremely fast and heavy weaponry. Those planes could do in excess of 700 kilometres an hour, 400 miles per hour plus. Really, really fast. What do we got there? There's a plane there. It better not be another 109. Looked like he was trying to hide in the cloud base. I'm at 50% power. I might as well. I don't know. Maybe I'll just. It's good to go slow sometimes and just kind of suss out what's going on. There he is. He's gone back into the clouds, the bugger. He's hiding in the clouds. Who could he be? Who could he be? I wonder if that's an IL-2 hiding in the clouds, waiting for me to lose him, but I won't. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Hopefully I don't get jumped. Where? Probably time to increase power just now. That was a 190 shooting down a yak. It looks like we got some activity around the tanks just as I'm running out of fuel. There's a yak there. I wonder if there's also an IL-2 somewhere. Special screen settings? No, nothing special. But I have a really good monitor, so that does help. Fragster, you've landed at Mk108. Sounds like you got pretty shot up. I better watch my step if that's the case. They could be anywhere. Most likely scenario, what do we got there? It's probably the 190, but let's just check this. Keeping it nice and slow. That looks like a 190. Just try and track him, I guess. I lost him. Totally lost him. Oh well. Pretty much a sitting duck like in this configuration. Caught between a rock and a hard place. I want to increase engine power so that I'm less of a sitting duck, but at the same time I don't want to run out of fuel. Spitfire. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do. He's not as fast as me. I might just be able to get him. Yes. Bit of a team effort there. I think I got hits on him. Shit, look at that. That's the enemy airfield. I got to get home before my engine fails. And run out of fuel. Need to go west, 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 west. Ah, shit. It's one of those things I could have shot that Spitfire or made it back to base. I'll show you what happens when you land on an enemy airfield. Trust me, it's not pretty. Won't even make it to the airfield though, I think. Yeah, I should have RTB'd. I reckon I got cannon hits on him though. I think the other guy got the kill though. Buddy, Shannon says your buddy refused to fly anything but the Tempest. Won't even practice in anything in the meantime. Yeah, a lot of people are passionate about that particular aircraft. I can see why. It's an amazing performer. Sort of like a Hawker Hurricane on steroids. Alright, that's going to do it for this flight. As I said, one flight only. Looks like we've got a bit of a dogfight going on over there. Did you see that Spitfire's wings fold? I did manage to get shots on him. Let's see. Surprising, I was carrying an Mk108 30mm cannon. One assist. Okay, that's fair. That was pretty good. Two 109s flying along like that. The G6 was fairly durable considering it had been jumped by the Spitfire just before. Dennis says radial engine will handle that easier. Yeah, it's true. Radial's more durable to that kind of thing. No liquid cooling system to break. Nice. Alright, that was pretty cool in a way. I wish there was more action, but oh well, them's the breaks with live streams. Thanks everyone for watching and for participating in the chat, joining me on this adventure. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Join the channel. There's a join button on the screen. Should be just below the image, below the screen. Join button. Click on that. Have a look. Consider supporting on Patreon, and I've got a website. I'm writing articles on there semi-regularly. It's froggyfrog9000.com. This is the Froggy Frog 9000 channel. Thanks very much, everyone. I'll probably do another live stream tomorrow, and I'll hopefully catch you then. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.